On this video we're taking a look at our NHL Parlay picks and best bets for the games that are happening on Friday, April 8, 2022. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Our first parlay pick is Florida Panthers vs Buffalo Sabres. Panthers win -1.5 goals, and here is why. The Buffalo Sabres will look to find some consistency after alternating wins and losses in each of their last 4 games after a 5-3 loss to Carolina in their last game. Tage Thompson leads the Sabres in scoring with 57 points, including 32 goals, while Rasmus Dahlin also has 44 points with a team-high 35 assists, and Jeff Skinner has 53 points with 29 goals. Kyle Okposo also has 41 points with 18 goals and 23 apples this season. The Buffalo Sabres are set to play their second game of a back-to-back, and after a 5-3 loss to the elite Carolina Hurricanes, things get even more difficult as they are facing an even better team in the Florida Panthers. This is the second time these teams face in the past 5 days, and it will be the 4th and final matchup of the season. To nobody's surprise, the Panthers have dominated the season series, winning the first 3 games and outscoring them by a margin of 18-8. Buffalo has been beating lots of good teams at least once this season, but the Panthers clearly have their number during this regular season. The Florida Panthers will attempt to build on a 5-game win streak after a 7-6 OT win over Toronto last time out. Jonathan Huberdeau leads the Panthers in scoring with 102 points, including a team-high 76 assists, while Aaron Ekblad has 57 points with 15 goals and 42 assists, as well as a team-high +38 rating this season. Sam Reinhart has 68 points, logging 26 goals and 42 assists. Alexander Barkov has a team-high 34 goals as well for Florida this season. This game should finish as yet another victory by the Eastern Conference's best team. They have absolutely everything going for them in this game. They are without a doubt the better team, have home ice advantage, and they are playing a team on a road version of a back-to-back. There is absolutely no reason for Florida to lose here. With that being said, take the Panthers to crush Buffalo by at least 2 goals during this Friday night matchup. Our second parlay pick is Carolina Hurricanes vs New York Islanders. Hurricanes for the win. And here is why. The New York Islanders are averaging 2.8 goals per game and are scoring on 20.2% of their power play opportunities. Brock Nelson leads New York with 33 goals, Matthew Barzal has 34 assists and Noah Dobson has 166 shots on goal. Defensively, the New York Islanders are allowing 2.6 goals per game and are killing 84% of their opponents' power plays. Ilya Sorokin has given up 97 goals on 1,326 shots faced, and Semyon Varlamov has allowed 71 goals on 865 shots. Carolina will be on the second night of a back-to-back, however, they've at least been able to remain at home for both games. These 2 games have also been against teams in the bottom half of their respective divisions. Meanwhile, the Hurricanes are continuing their playoff push looking to finish the season in the top spot of the Metro Division. The Islanders will have the rest advantage and have looked much more competent since their start to the season. However, that poor start was due in part to their home arena being under construction and having their first 13 games on the road. With New York struggling outside of the Big Apple, traveling into the storm of Carolina will not be a fun road trip. The Carolina Hurricanes are averaging 3.3 goals per game and are scoring on 23.8% of their power play opportunities. Sebastian Aho leads Carolina with 31 goals, Teuvo Teravainen has 39 assists and Andrei Svechnikov has 223 shots on goal. Defensively, the Carolina Hurricanes are allowing 2.4 goals per game and are killing 87.9% of their opponents' power plays. Frederik Andersen has allowed 98 goals on 1,322 shots faced, and Antti Raanta has allowed 47 goals on 563 goals. The Hurricanes haven't been as dominant recently, but have already proven they're still a team primed for a deep playoff push. Carolina has led the Metro nearly the entire season, and it hasn't been until recently the Rangers and Penguins have closed the distance. They're certainly aware they need to focus on defeating a team they're expected to beat if they want the best seed possible. They also roster multiple skaters hovering at that coveted point per game average, whereas the Islanders lack a single skater at that mark. Both teams have proven to have great goaltending, therefore, it's the Hurricanes' superior offense that should cause the destruction. Our third parlay pick is St. Louis Blues vs Minnesota Wild. Blues win. And here is why. The Minnesota Wild are averaging 3.6 goals per game and are scoring on 20.6% of their power play opportunities. Kirill Kaprizov leads Minnesota with 40 goals, Matt Zuccarello has 50 assists, and Kevin Fiala has 221 shots on goal. Defensively, the Minnesota Wild are allowing 3 goals per game and are killing 76.6% of their opponents' power plays. Cam Talbot has allowed 116 goals on 1,319 shots faced, and Marc-Andre Fleury has given up 9 goals on 128 shots. A heavyweight Western Conference battle is set to take place on Friday night as we see the Minnesota Wild finish their 4-game road trip by heading to Missouri to take on the St. Louis Blues. There is currently 1 point separating these two in the Central Division for second place, and at this point of the regular season, the importance of this game couldn't be higher. The St. Louis Blues are averaging 3.6 goals per game and are scoring on 26.2% of their power play opportunities. Vladimir Tarasenko leads St. Louis with 25 goals, Robert Thomas has 44 assists, and Pavel Buchnevich has 177 shots on goal. Defensively, the St. Louis Blues are allowing 2.9 goals per game and are killing 83.2% of their opponents' power plays. Jordan Binnington has allowed 97 goals on 957 shots faced, and Ville Husso has given up 78 goals on 1,025 shots. This is a tough choice, as both teams have so much to offer and are playing so well. St. Louis is 5-0-1 in their previous 6 games, while scoring over 4 goals per game and averaging teams to under 3 goals. The Wild are playing strong as well, with a 9-1-1 record in their last 11 games, a streak that leads the NHL in that time span. The winner for this game will be chosen based on the rest factor, and that goes to the Blues. St. Louis has not had to travel since returning from their Western Canada road trip on April 2nd, which has them at home for almost a week. The Wild have not been home since March 31st, and when looking at their 6-2 loss to the Nashville Predators, it seems this travel is getting to them. The Blues are a slight underdog in this game, but that's the team we are rolling with. And for our best bets. Our first best bet is Tampa Bay Lightning vs Boston Bruins. Lightning win. And here is why. The Boston Bruins will look to bounce back from a 5-3 loss to Detroit last time out. David Pastrnak leads the Bruins in scoring with 71 points, while Brad Marchand also has 71 points, with Marchand logging 31 goals and 40 assists, while Pastrnak has a team-high 38 goals and 33 assists, and Patrice Bergeron has 54 points, with 19 goals and 35 assists as well. Taylor Hall and Charlie McAvoy have a combined 80 assists, while Matt Grzelcyk's posting a team-high +21 rating as well this season. The Lightning return home to Tampa following a narrow defeat in Washington against the Capitals. The defending champions have had a rough few weeks, which has included 3 straight losses in April. Fatigue may be catching up to the Bolts, who have played far more hockey over the past 2 years than any other team. Nonetheless, this feels like a great spot to back the Lightning, who should be energized to return home and face one of their biggest rivals. The struggles of the Lightning over the past few weeks can be credited to issues all over the ice. The offensive playmakers haven't been scoring as many goals as usual, their defense has been extremely careless and undisciplined, and Andrei Vasilevsky has been far from his dominant self in net. However, it's hard to see these struggles continuing with a veteran and experienced team that knows the implications of this matchup with the Bruins, who are tied for 3rd place in the Atlantic Division standings. The Tampa Bay Lightning will try to snap a 3-game losing streak after a 4-3 loss to Washington last time out. Steven Stamkos leads the Lightning in scoring with 79 points, including a team-high 32 goals, along with 47 assists, while Victor Hedman also has 67 points, with a team-high 48 assists as well this season. Brayden Point has 54 points with 27 goals and 27 assists, and Alex Killorn has 52 points with 21 goals and 31 assists for the Bolts this season. The Bruins have been one of the hottest teams in the league since the calendar hit 2022, and that's credited to their elite defensive numbers. They rank 6th in opponent points per game and rely on their goaltending tandem to suppress an opponent's attack. However, the Bruins head into this game with some key injuries, as newly acquired defenseman Hampus Lindholm is doubtful to play, and star forward David Pastrnak is officially out. The loss of Pastrnak is significant because he's a key part of their top line and power play unit, which is heavily relied upon to score goals on a defense-minded team. Those injuries give the home team a massive advantage before the puck even drops, and the magnitude of this game at home should give the Lightning a ton of energy to come out and put their recent struggles behind them. Our second best bet is St. Louis Blues vs Minnesota Wild, over 6. and here is why. Each team in this contest can defend very effectively, but what they are each better at is scoring goals. The Wild and Blues are 4th and 5th respectively in league goal scoring, so we could be in for a fun one. They combine for an average of 7.2 goals, and while it doesn't mean they will score this much, we are riding with the over for the game total. There are lots of talented goaltenders that could be seen this game, but make no mistake, this could be a game they would rather be watching from on the bench. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.